Hi, I'm DJ Marky, and I'm here to talk about the new EP DJ Marky versus Pola and Bryson Run the Streets. It's a great EP, by the way. I met them. I met Jack and Harry at Sun and Bass. I think they played for Carlos. I think they played for Carlos. And I told them like how much I love that tune. I think it's Delphic Underworld. I think that's the name of the tune. And I remember when I messaged Friction about this tune, and probably he don't even remember. But I said like, God, this is a great tune, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so then I think I received a message. I don't know, I think I received a message from Amy from Shogun Audio as well. And she sent me the album. And I have this tune in the album called Hades. I love the whole album, but this particular tune, I think it's Hades, is, oh my God, it just grabs me. It grabs my attention straight away. And it's just like, I still play the tune. I just love it so much. But anyways, so we had a good chat. Had a little chat at Sun and Bass. And it was really fun. Harry always, hello. And Jack, me and Jack, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk a little bit more. So then I can't remember like when it started the idea, when we decided to do the EP. And I can't remember the approach. I can't remember like if it was me, if it was, or Jack came to me like for work on the EP. But anyways, for me, it doesn't matter because I think they are absolutely fantastic talents. And to be honest, I think I learned so much from them. And but I remember when the process of a few tracks, and we got really, really good loops, and probably we still have like a more 4 or 5 loops, like really, really potential tracks, and maybe we should put it out in the near future. But the Run the Streets track, if it's quite the different ones, like very different from them. It was I think it was the Hospitality in Croatia, and D-Bridge was playing. And he, by the end of his set, he played like some classics. And he played some badass tunes, like, I used to play back in the day. And Harry was with me. I said, you know this? And he's like, no. I was like, come on, man. And suddenly he played, D-Bridge played Liquid Fingers. Liquid Fingers, yeah, by Doc Scott. And I was just like, oh, mate, this tune, you have no idea what a damage it caused in my head, because I love so much. And then I said, I think we should try to do a remix, and I'll talk to Doc Scott about it. And then Harry said, yeah, let's try it. So I sent him a couple beats and a couple old tracks, a few jungle tracks, and then he started making like the few loops, and a few loops, him and Jack. And so then it started getting the form. So when I came to the studio, then we put it up, a few samples, a few beats, and the vocal. We were Afraid of Revolution, and it was like killer when the bass line drops, like boom. Me and Jack was just like, wow, it's, oh God, it was really, really, really good. It was fun. And about Trouble is the same thing, because Trouble is more, it's more what I do and more what they do as well. It's just our vibes. So, but the EP, if you think about it, it's a very different and challenging for me. And Dogfight, pretty much Jack and Harry had the loops ready to go. I think, that's the tune like I work less, to be honest, because they smashed it. And I said like, when they played the loop, I'm just like, wow, this is sick. And yeah, it was a very surprise when you know, when, you know, I gave her little tips and stuff, we work it out, and I'm very surprised when I heard my vocals when Jack and Harry put the vocals, and it was really, really fun, and I feel very happy, you know. And also it's different, isn't it? It's very different. So I'm very, very happy with the EP. For me, it's such a pleasure to work with them boys, and you know, I don't know them for a long time, but seems like I know them for forever, for like, I don't know, 20, 30 years. So it was absolutely fun, and yeah, so good.
Shit, man. We run the streets at night.
Run the Streets is never something that we probably would have written if it wasn't for just kind of like the pure excitement and shoutiness of what was going on in the studio whilst we were writing it.
Yeah.
It's like someone would play that little 4-bar loop and be like, oh wait, hang on, let me just tweak this, tweak something, and then we'd play it back and everyone would be like, oh yeah, that's sick, that's sick.
Yeah.
It's them vibes that you don't get over the internet.
That's why I'm excited to get back in the studio with people. That'd be nice. But yeah, it was quite a surreal experience the first time we worked with Marky, wasn't it? Because we've been a massive fan of his music for a long time. So that was a surreal experience, and then just getting to know him was really good.
Yeah, I think he's easily one of the most lovable guys.
Yeah.
In the scene.
Yeah.
Like, he's just always just so positive and happy and upbeat.
Yeah.
It really does rub off on you, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, I think I learned to not get too distracted by the mix downs and stuff and the technical aspects of songs, and just to go off what you're feeling more.
The vibe and the creativity was always just paramount. It was just like number one. And it's like, yes, you can obviously take ages to work on your drums and make them sound as punchy as possible, and those pads can be as interesting and kind of have as many layers as possible, but if the vibe isn't there, then it's what's the point?
Yes, for sure.
And I think there was a lot for us to learn from him, just about kind of the sort of the relationships that people within the scene have had, and he is a very diverse DJ, and the drum and bass scene, I think, it's not a divisive scene whatsoever, but there's definitely little pockets of it where you get types of people that make a very different type of drum and bass to other people, and you kind of never see that kind of crossover between them. You don't see them on lineups very often together, or you don't see them kind of chatting or networking or working on music together. And Marky's kind of like, he's just involved in all aspects of it, and he supports it all and plays it all. And here, like, looking at the way that he kind of just he just wants to hear drum and bass music from everybody and anybody, and he just wants to love it and support it and play it and enjoy it. And he wants to share that enjoyment with others. Like, I love that.
Just has a big, real passion for the music, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think more so than most.
Yeah.
When we went back to Sun and Bass in 2019, and Marky invited us to come down and play alongside Unglued, Makoto,
and himself.
Himself and Loki and GQ.
That was a sick night.
It was really nice. We spent like that whole day. Where it was Marky and Friends at Amber Night. He was also doing like an influences set.
Oh yeah, the kind of disco as well. It was just a mixed.
But it was great because like we went there and kind of watched Marky play, and then we were going out for dinner with him afterwards. And I think quite a few of the people that were playing that night were gonna meet up and all grab dinner. And we go down there, and just as Marky's finishing up, Fabio stepped up to do his influences set, and we spoke to him very briefly, and then we were with Marky, and we were like, right, so we're going to dinner. And Marky was like, yeah, this is Zinc, by the way, we're going to get in his tiny little Fiat 500, and we're going to drive up to the village, and we're going to go and have a nice seafood dinner together. And it was like really, really odd, just kind of, there was like a moment where,
really nice.
Like really, really, really lovely. But it was like a moment where, even though we'd been working with Marky for like 6 months, I was like, not gonna lie, 6 months ago, if you'd told me that we'd be sat at Sun and Bass having a seafood dinner with Marky and Zinc, I would have called you a liar.
There was a lot as well booked in, wasn't there? Marky and Friends night.
Yeah.
That obviously we couldn't. That got cancelled, but
Next year, though.
hopefully next year
Yeah.
we'll get back on that thing. But yeah, we got to thank Zink and Marky for paying for our meal.
Yeah.